Woman attacked by a fake flower delivery man.
The suspect caught on camera walking up to her home with a large two kids inside the home.
And tonight says her attacker still on the loose. CBS 46's Tori Cooper spoke exclusively to the victim about the terrifying encounter. Good evening, Tori.
Good evening, Alan. Sabrina says that this camera you see above her garage caught someone pulling up here for more than 16 days straight. She says during the course of that time, the individual in that car was able to study her whereabouts and therefore develop a very sophisticated plot to get inside her house. It's a knock at the door. Sabrina says she will never forget.
I'm terrified right now just because, you know, I'm a single mom. I don't live with a man. So now it's like I'm calling my older boy because, like, hey, you want to live with me? You know, like I'm scared for my life. Like,
Sabrina did not want to show her face out of fear that this man in a white shirt, seen getting out of a white van with a bouquet of roses, may recognize her in this interview.
Like, I'm not a stupid female. I don't just let random people in my house. That seemed like a real home delivery guy. He at least paid like $300 for those flowers.
Sabrina says when she answered her door, the man asked if he could come in to set the flowers down.
He set them down. When he turned around, he pointed something at me. It looked just like a gun. And I was getting tased probably for like 10 seconds.
She managed to remove the taser from her stomach, run upstairs to get her gun and her two sons, ages 5 and 10. She called 911. But the man already took off.
I never stepped foot back into that house when I left.
Sabrina then took another look at her surveillance cameras and noticed different cars pulling up to her house at different hours to survey the area. Her camera also caught this man in a mask, dressed as an exterminator at the door just days earlier.
He was there looking. He was sizing up the cameras.
Sabrina hired a private investigator, Sergeant. Checked every flower shop in the area, but couldn't tie the bouquet in question back to one location. But he did discover that this man was not looking for wasps, but rather looking at the cameras outside.
I hope somebody got some information and find them.
Now, Sabrina says the man was not wearing any gloves, and therefore she believes his fingerprints are likely still on that vase of flowers. Now, I reached out to the Atlanta Police Department to find out if they ever took any fingerprints, and they did not get back to us as of news time. Meanwhile, Sabrina says she's just hopeful that they can track this man down before he hurts anyone else.
This is a scary situation, you know, for anyone to be in, especially a single mom. All right. A very scary situation. This man stalked out a place. He staked it out. That's what he did. He staked out. He, you know, basically he did surveillance, found out her whereabouts, when she comes in, when she comes out. And it's a frightening situation to be in. And you have a lot of women who are saying that they don't need a man, that they don't, that they're fine by themselves. No, you're not. You're not fine by yourselves. You're more of a target. I keep saying this. You know, a lot of these independent women with this leftist mindset, you're not fine by yourself. A woman with no man in the house, no man in her life, and you're a single mother with kids, you're a target. Okay? You are a target. Okay? And women get mad at the manosphere or other red pill content creators who say that, you know, women have to be careful who they sleep with, who they want to be with. Because if that relationship ends, it's now on you to protect yourself. It's now on you to take care of those kids. And be careful who you let in your kid's life. Okay? I'm not saying it's her fault for some of these feminazi idiots come for me. What I am saying is this. You cannot be coming up with this nonsense saying you don't need a man. Men are useless. Really? No. This man found out that she had a husband at home plus a firearm. That predator would have gone somewhere else. That's the facts. That is the fact of the matter. And a lot of these feminazis, especially in the black community, think they don't need a man. And ignore that. I'm going to get my brother to live with me. No. Go get yourself a man. That could also be a stepfather to those kids. Some of you who are not single mothers yet, find a man that you actually love and he loves you and you could get married and you guys could actually stay together. Because if you don't, you're going to be a single mother with kids, and that makes you a target. It makes you a target in dating for sex, and it makes you a target for predators who want to do sick things to you. I'm happy that she was able to break away from the taser and able to get her gun. I'm so happy she was able to do that. But if she had a man in the home, it would have been a whole different story. That predator would have been dead, possibly. And that is basically the issue. Feminism has lied to women, especially women in the black community. I keep saying feminism is just a white supremacy tactic to keep black women and black men separate, and to make sure black women pick crappy men that will just use them for sex and be yes men. And if they do have good men that want to be with them, it will repel them, or the men will get tired and no longer have the patience to put up with the stupidity and go find a woman that's more feminine and is more traditional and will value that man. And he will be protector of that woman's home. Their home. Their home. Because under a man is a woman's protection. When a woman's under a man, she has protection. When a woman listens to a man who gives sound advice, she has protection. Okay? When a man says, don't do this because this is going to hurt you, and she listens, that's a man protecting her. Okay? When you have men that will protect, you value them. All right? Now I'll talk about Dominique Clayton. She was a single mom. Okay? But I guarantee she didn't listen to sound advice. Protection. Okay? And I'll say this. Maybe if her mom had a man in a home, a man that she loved, a man she respected and actually respected that man, maybe Dominique Clayton would be alive, because that man would probably tell her, don't date married men. You see how protection works there? Giving advice. Unfortunately, Dominique Clayton grew up with a mother who didn't value men, and a sister too, and they thought it was all good, and they end up dead. Men are valuable, ladies, very valuable. Being a single mom makes you a target for these types of men out there. So, ladies, you can see right here that men are needed. All right. That's all I got to say for now. Tune in for the next one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm on YouTube, Hard Talk Radio.